Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be looking at RagingTaz's run through the group stage. He had a mixed mash of videos because he didn't always record, so his opponents were kind enough to send the recordings where he didn't have them. So his first opponent is Playthis. So you can see RagingTaz is running that double flyer strategy, Altaria, Skarmory. Gonna run Hypno, Ludicolo, Toxicroak, which is one of the best fighting Pokemon, and then as well Lantern. While Playthis is running Azumarill, Wishcash, Vigoroth, Noctowl, Noctowl being the best, probably the second best flyer that's allowed in this cup. Beedrill, and then Probopass. That Probopass is definitely going to be a really key factor if RagingTaz decides to run the double flyer strategy. But does have to worry about Toxicroak. All right, let's get started here. So this is from Playthis perspective. So Playthis leads with Beedrill. RagingTaz leads with Skarmory, which is terrible news for Playthis. I'm not sure what Playthis was trying to catch. I guess Ludicolo would probably be what he wanted to catch. And then here switches into Toxicroak. This rock slide's not going to do a lot of damage, but a lot of times, oh wow, good. A lot of times people shield their Toxicroak anyways because it's very squishy. Let's see here if we can get it one more off. I expect a shield to come up on RagingTaz's side. Yep, so still got a shield. So neither of these, Azumarill is probably better, but here he does have to worry about the Mud Bomb, which would deal neutral damage and still do a decent chunk there. Neutral because Bug resists ground, but Poisons is weak to it. And then this X-Scissor is resisted by Toxicroak, but it's not going to do a ton of damage. Probably actually, is it double resisted? Poison resist Bug? I don't know. I really should know though. Tough to keep track of all the poison bug situations here. These poison jabs are these not their poison jabs. The counters are doing resisted damage there. So let's see here. It's pretty much GG's here. This is a pretty neutral matchup. Plus he still has one Pokemon in the back. So this Ice Beam is a very even matchup, especially at one shield. Actually, I think literally PvPoke says that this is a CMP tie. But should the Skarmory had built up a little bit of energy beforehand. And then here comes the Ice Beam. And the Sky Attack should come before the Ice Beam. Probably on this turn here. There you go. And it's pretty much GG's. And RagingTaz takes game number 1. Let's move on to game number 2 and 3 here. Well, I kind of gave away who won the second match there. My bad. But it's going to still be entertaining. This is from RagingTaz's side. This match is actually pretty interesting. Here, so RagingTaz decides to stay in, which is an interesting strategy here, considering this Noctowl is dealing super effective damage to this Toxicroak. But this Toxicroak here is going to hit a Sludge Bomb, which will deal a lot of stab neutral damage, and actually going to feint it. So actually going to win switch advantage at the cost of one shield here. And then let's see here, Azumarill comes in. Gonna hit this Sludge Bomb here, which I assume is gonna be shielded because he's already revealed that he had Sludge Bomb. Yeah, which did a lot of damage. He switched to conserve that Toxicroak for later, and gonna probably not shield this. Hypno is pretty tanky, but that still did a ton of damage there. And they're going to hit another. I'm not sure what RagingTaz is waiting for here. And then here, an absolutely beautiful switch here. The Shadow Ball is basically going to do nothing to Vigoroth because it double resists because of its normal damage, and then the Body Slam comes here. So really beautiful play by Playthis right there. Absolutely beautiful. And not able, did a lot of damage with the counters, but not able to get to the Mud Bomb. Here comes the Body Slam. The Body Slam's resisted, but still will do like a little bit of chip damage here. And then if this Vigoroth can get off one more Body Slam, it's going to put it pretty close to the yellow. Or maybe even at the yellow? No, just before. Yeah, just before that one counter put it into the yellow. Which puts this Skarmory in a precarious position because basically like one Ice Beam and maybe like 4 or 5 bubbles will KO it. RagingTaz's best chance was probably waiting on the Ice Beam and then try to piggyback there, so could try to CMP tie towards that Sky Attack, but really well played on both sides. That Toxicroak conversion was super key and was going to be super helpful. Leading if the team compositions were favorable to RagingTaz, then it would have been a little bit better. I guess he doesn't. Toxicroak is his only hard check to Vigoroth, which is what he led with. Skarmory and Altaria also do really well. Altaria being resisting to the counter as well. Skarmory resisting the Body Slams. So let's see here how the champ, RagingTaz being the European champion, responds here. So you obviously know the outcome of this particular matchup. This is not going to be a surprise, right? So, and let's see what he decides to go with. A really interesting team name here. Doesn't have any names for his Toxicroak apparently. Tesla, I like that. Got an electric Pokemon. Cloudy makes sense. Samba makes sense because of his dancing. I don't know what these other two mean. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing. I'm assuming it's some Italian word there, but yeah, it should be interesting. Let's see what he's waiting for here. So he's just thinking, pondering, probably trying to look at what Pokemon Playthis has. And so he's like, this is the first round, game number 3. I'm sure it's stressful. What is he gonna go with? The Hypno has favorable matchups against Vigoroth, against Beedrill, has neutral matchups against Azumarill, and I'm assuming neutral matchups against Wishcash and Noctowl, and probably has a losing matchup, maybe not in Zero Shields because of that Focus Blast. Okay, so he's leading off with Hypno here. Leading off with Azumarill. Okay, this is an evenish matchup. It's basically a CMP tie in this matchup. It might slightly favor Azumarill, especially since Azumarill has Ice Beam. Ice Beam, yeah. Almost got that piggyback off. Almost. The Shadow Ball is going to do a ton of damage here. These confusions are doing a ton of work here. I'm expecting this to be another Ice Beam. Probably no shield here. But this Azumarill's already got 4 bubbles off. So it's basically 1 bubble away from an Ice Beam. So let's see if the shield comes up here. No shield. Decides to switch to Skarmory here. This Ice Beam is still going to do a pretty good chunk to it. Must really favor that the Hypno for later, or maybe going to use as potential bait. No shield here. And then probably going to just choose to fade down this Azumarill with Air Slashes. Going to put it pretty low, but it's still one bubble away from another Ice Beam. Basically has like 2 Sky Attacks loaded here with both shields down. So let's see here what he comes out with. Comes out with Noctowl. These 2 Sky Attacks are going to put it very, very low. Maybe Flash Cannon would have been better there, but we'll see if he gets to another Sky Attack here. It's going to be tight. No. Maybe Flash Cannon there, but you know, all of this is in hindsight. Gonna come here with Toxicroak. Man, what a gutsy move there. Has to shield here, or this Sky Attack would KO it. And if he has Vigoroth in the back, it's GG's. What does he have? It's Vigoroth. It's GG's here. This Sludge Bomb is going to do a ton of damage here. Not KO the Vigoroth, but put it very low. Body Slam here. But this Body Slam, probably not enough to KO this Toxicroak. No, not enough. And GG's there. What a call on that Vigoroth in the back. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, good job there. Now we move on to round number 2. This is from ELISA. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. I believe the highest ranked female trainer in the world, and certainly one of the top trainers in the world. As you can see here, she's ace ranked trainer. A little bit of lag at the beginning there. Trying to switch out. Had to switch out here. Going to the Toxicroak. Interesting. Willing to... wonder what his team composition is here. Why would he bring out Toxicroak? Seems like such a negative matchup. I'm assuming no shield here. This Mud Bomb is not going to do a ton of damage here. But these counters are certainly adding up, which is why she's going to Sky Attack here rather than farm, which is the appropriate move, even though it's tempting to. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't come Altaria in the first place. But this is a pretty bad matchup. I'm assuming coming Wishcash here. Wishcash definitely makes more sense here. It's so critical to try to bait out the shield, though. You could come hit the Blizzard and you win. I'm gonna switch it to Victory Bell here. Oh man, gonna have to cost the shield though. This Ice Beam is gonna KO it. Oh man, I'm not sure that was the right move there. Definitely need the shield. RagingTaz, obviously team composition puts it in a really tough position here. And it's GG's here. That was a tough composition to deal with. So let's move on to game number 2 in this particular matchup here. I'm going to lead with Wishcash on ELISA side. And replacing the Victory Bell with Umbreon. So favorable matchup here against the Lantern. This Lantern has Water Gun. A little less favorable because these Water Guns are neutral. Man, I hate this. That glitch where you're trying to switch out and then does the charge move. And that's basically a wasted Mud Bomb at that point in time. And this Ludicolo gets his Ice Beams like faster than I thought it would. And this Ice Beam actually does surprisingly a ton of damage for no stab on the Ice Beam, but has enough for basically 2 Sky Attacks loaded here. And let's see what he comes out with. He comes back in here with Lantern, which makes total sense. And these Sky Attacks are coming in bunches. Let's see if a third Sky Attack can come out. Oh man, it's gonna be super close. Not enough. These War Guns are just too unrelenting. And I'm gonna try to go for this Mud Bomb here. A little bit of lag there. Here comes the Mud Bomb. I'm assuming the shield's gonna come up on RagingTaz's side. And I'm assuming this is a Thunderbolt. Oh man, hitting this Mud Bomb here. Oh man, that might have cost ELISA the match, because Umbreon's tanky. Umbreon's a really great Pokemon, but you're talking about going up against like one of the best Pokemon in all of Great League here. Not a positive situation at all. And assuming this is foul play. Not going to do enough damage here. Yeah, not a great situation at all. A little bit of lag on a little, yeah. Lag a little bit in this match and the last match. They're both lagging there. Oh man, if could have hit that foul play there. Well, that was a nice switch here. That foul play, I don't think would have made the difference, to be honest. Because, yeah, I don't think it would have made a difference there. Because if we look at the Alteria's health when it comes back out, I think it would have been able to feint down the Umbreon beforehand. The Umbreon could have did a decent amount of damage to it, but the Mud Bombs and Mud Shots weren't going to do enough to flip that match. So GG, well played on RagingTaz's side, and well played ELISA as well. Alright, let's move on to the last one. I gotta move this name over, against Frank Louie 97. This is from Frank Louie's side. We have Umbreon versus Altaria. We know how this matchup goes. These Dragon Breaths are just doing way too much damage to Umbreon. And you can see here, they're both like basically trying to piggyback. Here comes the Sky Attack. Here, successful piggyback from Frank Luigi's side. And then here comes another foul play. The shield comes up. A little bit of lag on RagingTaz's side. You can see the inconsistency in the man, I always assume this matchup, maybe am I wrong on this matchup? I thought it favored Altaria. Let's see here. Altaria versus Umbreon. Oh, I guess Altaria wins the 0 and 1 shields. Close. And then Umbreon wins the 2 shield. Good last minute foul play there. Hypno coming out. This Hydro Pump is gonna hurt. Decides to feint it with Shadow Ball, which makes sense. Yeah, this is not a great matchup here. Really needed to hit this Shadow Ball to have any chance. Unfortunately, Skarmory just owns Noctowl. It's not a good matchup at all. Would have put it in like pretty. It would have been pretty close with the Shadow Ball. I think it still would have lost. I doubt Shadow Ball does 50% damage on Skarmory, but looks like it's down to like almost 40% there. But that Skarmory could have. Yeah, I'm actually curious here. Hypno. There's no chance it was going to get to it, so it doesn't really matter too much. Shadow Ball would have done 55, about the right amount. It's tough, man. You don't know what's coming in the back. Like, you've already seen Altaria. There's no way you would guess that there would be double flyers in the back. And that water gun definitely would have fainted down. And like, there's no way you can build up 2 Shadow Balls because it's 55 energy. And then you probably would have got fainted down. So it was a nice play in the lead situation, but then the team comp was just a little bit better for RagingTaz. The unpredictability of the double flyers definitely made it really tough. And the way Altaria and Skarmory work really well together is very tough to deal with. You know, Altaria taking neutral damage to the electric moves, and then dealing neutral damage with his Dragon Breath, and then Skarmory taking neutral damage to the rock moves. Gives it like really intense coverage. So let's see here. He's going to lock in with the same team. Umbreon, Hypno, and Noctowl. And then the same lead scenario here. Again, now we know that Umbreon wins in the 2-shield matchup. And they're both like waiting each other out. Here comes the presumably Sky Attack. A successful piggyback there. In like 1-turn moves, the piggyback probably matters a little bit less because you're talking about just canceling out 1 Dragon Breath as opposed to like 1 whole Confusion or something like that. So let's see here if Shield comes up. Oh man, got it with the Dazzling Gleam. Jesus. This foul play won't. Actually, probably would have fainted it. But comes out with the switch advantage here. Not a great situation. Maybe Noctowl here? Nope, it's like Hypno. Hypno is good too. Does more damage with it. But you're definitely going to be eating the Sky Attack here. Switches out. Oh man, puts in a very tough position here. I guess Focus Blast is a little bit better. Focus Blast does point. Yeah, at this point in time, with this how this Hypno's damage is, it's probably better. Gonna try to sneak in and hit this Sky Attack. Oh man, really needed to under tap there to get the Sky Attack beforehand. Oh man, I don't know if that's the right move either. Maybe, because I don't even know if you can feint it down in time. Can you? That was so risky. Yeah, not a great situation at all. Recording froze there for a second. And it's pretty much GG's here. Really needed to hit that sky attack beforehand. The team composition would have made it still pretty tough to deal with, to be honest, because there's still part health Altaria in the back. But well played, Frang, Luigi. Well played to all three of his competitors. Really put up pretty tough fights for Raging Taz. Definitely made it difficult for him to go through the group stage, but it's probably why he was successful in the championship finalist round. So good job, everyone. If you guys want to see more Season 1 European coverage, let me know. Put your comments in below and let me know what you think. And great job, and thank you, RagingTaz, for sending me these videos. Again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.